Hi, this is Dave Mast for HolmesCountyTicket.com's Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We're joined in studio today by special guest Rich Patterson, West Holmes Knights track coach. Rich, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You come back here. The last time we talked, the season hasn't started yet. Now we are 4 invitationals in, and the girls in particular have just torn it up. And you have faced some really, really tough competition along the way, too. So you went from Claymont to Fairless to your own, and then finally Dover. And you guys have done extremely well in all of them. Talk a little bit about, we'll start with this group of girls and the performances that they've put on so far this year.
Well, we've been pleasantly surprised with how the girls have dominated the competition so far. It's been, I thought we'd have a little more competition at those meets. You know, the closest anybody came to us those first 3 meets were 28 points, and that's unheard of. and the girls have really picked up their performances too. They've helped each other out. It's been a great environment to be in. Yeah. Also, the girls have been helping each other, you know, with each performance, cheering each other on. You've got really good leadership from the seniors and juniors that have really helped the sophomores and freshmen to pick it up too. Right. That's been nice to see.
What has been, as far as just keeping them on top of their game? You know, you talk about the blowouts and the invites, and you guys had a meet with Madison last night and just completely crushed the competition there as well. How do you keep the kids performing at really a peak level?
Well, I'll tell you, our practices are probably more intense than our meets. When you've got that many good athletes competing against each other, it becomes some of the funnest practices I've ever seen. Yeah. You know, none of these girls like to lose. And that's the field event people, the distance runners, the sprinters, all of them are competing hard, and not only they do cheer each other on, but they also don't like to lose to each other. Yeah. Either. So it's they've been keeping themselves in good form.
And the guys, I think you've kind of run on a skeleton crew here for a while with the guys. Never had a full team there. Finally, kind of got one down at Dover, and you kind of got a sense of what your guys can do too. They finished 4th in a tough field of I think 10 teams.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we saw some real great performances there too. A lot of PRs, and you kind of got a sense of what your guys could do as well.
Yes, injuries and sickness have hurt us the first part of the year. Just not being able to field a full team, and then when we got a full team, you saw what we could do. And the guys kind of surprised themselves too. I think they were a little bit shocked that they did as well as they did. But the coaches have talked, and they knew this was coming eventually. The guys were going to catch up here soon, and they'll be heard from.
Oh, yeah, I would think so too. Now, you've got a freshman in Hannah Clark who has just come in and kind of taken the world by storm there. There's a kid who just hasn't missed a beat coming from junior high to the high school level, which it can be intimidating sometimes. You know, what is it about her that allows her to just kind of step in so seamlessly and continue to have the success she had at the junior high level?
I think a couple things go to play there. It's kind of been a perfect storm for Hannah. She's got a lot of confidence herself.
She's not a bad runner either.
No, she's okay. Yeah, talent-wise, she's okay. But she has a lot of confidence in her talent, and she's got a good team around her too that's kept her, focused. And this is the way you do things in high school. Mm-hmm. Because now you've got people that are close to fast as you are. And she has competed very hard and very well every meet, just like the other girls have. Yeah. And it's been fun to watch her progress. And I think if she ever really realizes how good she can be, I mean, she's just kind of out there running now. Yeah. But she'll be something to see. Yeah.
Has there been anybody this year that's really surprised you in terms of maybe their times or even just their effort and their work ethic or anything like that?
I can't say I'm hugely surprised by anyone, but I know on the girls' side, Natalie Abraham has really came on this year and just been a very good leader and has performed beyond what she's ever performed for halfway through the year. And I know she's got a lot more left in her. Kennedy Smith is finally injury-free and coming into the year and has really come into her own as a sprinter. And I told her last couple of years that if you just take your time, actually, put the work in, you'll be a lot better than you think you are now. And she has been. So those are two that come to mind. I know Alexis Elliott has had a 22nd personal best in the 2-mile last week at Dover. She's worked very hard and done very well. I've been very proud of how she's progressed also. Those are, I guess, I can't say they're surprises. I think we saw them coming, but they're the 3 that stick out in my mind right now.
And even like Lena Snyder, who's really not had much experience in the track world, she has stepped in the high jump and done very well. I mean, she cleared 4:10 yesterday, and there's a girl who's looking at 5 feet, which is borderline, state.
Right, exactly. Some years that does go to state. She's also through the shot 36 feet, and that was kind of a surprise, too, pleasant surprise. But yeah, she's done real well the first year out.
You talked about not wanting to, earlier in one of our shows, you talked about not wanting to peak too early. And obviously this group of girls is so talented that I don't know that they've even peaked yet despite their performances.
Oh, no. I don't think we've scratched the surface yet of what they can do. We haven't, we're still in our strength mode right now, and we haven't even started our speed work yet. So I think you're going to see some really surprising things once that starts.
That could be very scary for some of the opponents down the road then,
yes,
for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Rich, thanks for joining us. We wish you the best of luck down the road here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. And I'm Dave Mast for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Thank you for joining us.